Good afternoon and welcome to this interview. My name is Irfan Qasim and I am a professional videographer. And in front of me here today is Jeffrey Wu. Now, Jeffrey Wu has just recently become the Kenya Tourism Board brand partner. Now, Jeffrey, just a few questions for you.
Okay.
When did you start doing photography?
Uh, I started photography at 7 years old
All right.
because my mother was a professional photographer. 7 years old, I was very naughty in the neighborhood. In the summer holidays, I break things, empty fire extinguishers, etc. So, and my mother cannot find somebody to babysit me, so she took me to her studio. And the first time I see an image of a person or an image of a building come out of paper showing the shape, and that was very magical for a 7-year-old boy. So I was hooked up from that time. So every summer holiday in the school years, I always go to my mother's studio to help her, and in return, she will let me practice a couple of shots. Maybe you work 2 3 days, you get one or two shots. So I started from there. By age of 12, I already can develop my own image in the darkroom.
So, how did you turn from that to becoming a professional wildlife photographer?
I was born and raised in Shanghai, China, and I immigrated to Canada in 1993. In the film time, we don't have lots of resources to do the film, so it's quite difficult to become a professional photographer. But photography is always my hobby. After I came to Canada, I kept this hobby and I shoot film landscape mainly in Canadian Rockies. But at the same time, I went to school and then work in the restaurant to support my tuition fee and also the become a restaurateur. But during this time period, the photography is always my hobby, so I keep it. By 2012, I was a member of one of the Canadian photographic club. The club organized a trip to Kenya. After I arrived in Kenya, I still remember the first day we went into Masai Mara and I saw the plane, I saw the wildlife. I was shocked and I was mesmerized. And I think from that trip, after the trip, I come back. I think I already know I'm gonna do this for my living. So by 2013, I sold all my restaurants, um, become a professional wildlife photographer. And since 2013, I came to Kenya every year about 8 to 10 months, leading tours, doing assignments. So that's the turning point. 2012, the first time I come to Kenya, come to Masai Mara.
So, as a professional wildlife photographer, you travel to many different countries. So, two questions, okay? Why are you based in Kenya? And how do you feel about becoming the Kenya Tourism Board brand partner?
That's true. As a matter of fact, I've been travel even just for Africa. I have been travel in Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Namibia, Tanzania. However, right now my main body of work is in Kenya, and also I think most of the best wildlife photography work of mine is also created in Kenya. Two reasons. Number one, I started in Kenya. I spent the longest time here. I have very good team work with me. I always use the same travel agency, same camp. I always use the same team of drivers. We have 5, 6 very regular drivers drive for our tours and our assignment. So through the years, we build this kind of trust and understanding. So they always know exactly what I'm looking for, and sometimes we learn together as well. For instance, by 2012, 2013, when we tried to photograph cheetah, um, our successful rate is very low. We always miss the shot. We always cheetah always overrun us. So, but we learn together. After every shot, we will discuss together, why we missed the shot. So next time, should we pull the car a little bit further, or why she's not hunting today because she's not really hungry, or etc. So we learn every time, even it's failed attempt. Still, we learn something from it. Right now, I have very professional guide and driver team who work mostly for photographers, and they know the game inside out, and they can predict the animal's behavior exactly just like what they predicted. So that often increase my successful rate. That's why some of my most successful images come from Kenya, from Mara. Number two is I become who I am because of those people. I become a very successful photographer uh, in terms of African wildlife photography because of those people. And also, the people I meet here, the camp owners, the tour operators, they all very enthusiastically try to work with me and in very professional way. So through the years, I have very profound love for this piece of land, for the wildlife who live in here, and especially for the people who I work with over years of um, working relationship. Right now, become true friendship. So I think the during the COVID, I came back last year, August 1st, when the Kenya reopened, and I stay here. I try to promote the magical Kenya in the social media. Every day I upload a new image, sharing with the rest of the world my wonderful experience in Kenya, in Mara, try to help to promote the tourism in Mara because I really see how badly tourism was impacted. Uh, and also technically, from photographic perspective, Mara is also part of East Africa savanna. Migration happens here as well. And we have the same, even if it's not higher density of the wildlife in Mara or in Kenya. Um, so to me, because it's smaller and compact, you can cover more subject in a rather short period of time. So efficiency-wise, wildlife photography, I think Kenya is the best. Right now, we're in the Aklamati and Shampoli Conservancy. Just from here, from Lantoli Lodge, we can do professional aerial photography from Lake Natron and Lake Magadi, easy. We can do height photography in here, easy. We have the best height in Kenya. Mara, of course, we have only 1/10 of the whole East Africa savanna, but the most exciting and wonderful time, the Great Migration. I mean, the people perceive the Great Migration, the best part happened in Mara. So I think that's another reason why I always come back to Mara and come back to Kenya. The third reason is Mara, besides the animals, Mara has the highest density of professional photographers. So we went out, for instance, in high season, we all here. And we photographing sometimes many scenarios. We photographing the same subject, and we exchanging and sharing the images online. So that actually keep me going. Keep me going. It's like a competition. I always try to capture the most difficult image and try to um, be the best who portray scenario. So that is another motivation for me to keep staying Mara, just like a competition here.
Mm,
So we know there's many great photographers, wildlife photographers, and they come to Mara every year, and many of them also build their names through the photographing in Mara. So I think for me, Kenya simply is the heaven for wildlife photographers.